because that's what it looks like.
I'd also like to point out, ladies and gentlemen, that this particular commentator had to get up very early this morning and arrive by car. The Chinook commentator is arriving like this. There is no justice in the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm now joined in the commentary position by my old mate Brendan O'Brien, who will be helping me out with the wings part of this show. Brendan, morning.
Good morning, Melvin. Here we are again. It's 10 years.
10 years,
2005,
yes.
Absolutely.
And neither of us look old enough.
We don't. Wonderful to be back. There's that wonderful dancing elephant, the Chinook, as I call it, an elephant doing ballet. The commentator's coming out. Do we know who it is?
No, we don't yet. But we will show, because like all military people, they very conveniently have their name tattooed on them. So we don't have to write things down or remember them. We just read it off his chest.
Yes. The next thing I'm wondering is, does he have a microphone? Or is he going to come up here?
He's going to come up here, I think.
Oh, he's not going to stand up.
No, we do have a radio mic as well, so we're
wonderful. Well, I'm fresh from the briefing.
Fresh from the briefing. Lots of things. Any changes?
No, there isn't. I'm happy to say we've got a full programme, wonderful programme as ever, ladies and gentlemen. Helicopters, big iron, jets. It's all here, but we'll go through the programme for you in a little bit. We're just going to recover the commentator for the Chinook.
Good morning, Dunsfold. My name's Flight Lieutenant Chris Gordon, and I'm from RAF Odium with the Chinooks. If you look down to crowd left, Charlie's now repositioning out. He's going to be coming on the B-axis in approximately 2 to 3 minutes. Today's Charlie's flying a Chinook Mark II aircraft. His co-pilot is Flight Lieutenant Matt Butwell, and in the rear, in the cabin, is Sergeant Andy Caldwell. All of us are here from RAF Odium, either 18 or 27 Squadron, all been on approximately 4 to 5 Afghanistans and a recent Iraq trip, which was cut short, thankfully. You can already hear the sound of it coming in, which unfortunately for us, it is a noisy aircraft, and the enemy in Afghanistan can also hear us coming in. Charlie's going to make his approach on the B-axis, and the first manoeuvre is going to be a nose over to a 360. This is new for the year, and it's never featured in the display before. I'm going to pass the introduction to our good friend Peter Dixon, who will introduce this year's Chinook display.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, introducing the 2014 Chinook Display Team.
Nose over 360. Charlie's now going to reposition off to the left-hand side of the crowd. He's going to be doing a wing over quite tight to come in for everyone's favourite theme park ride, the roller coaster. This is where Sergeant Andy Cole in the rear of the cabin is going to hold on tight, as he's going to be getting to the top of a mountain, essentially throwing the rear end in the air, and he's holding on. Positions the aircraft approximately 80 degrees nose up and then 80 degrees nose down. The aircraft is not designed to do this, however, with a lot of training, Charlie's able to do this. He's now going to reposition off to crowd right, and he's going to be coming in for, again, the nose over 360, this time along the A-axis. If you didn't have your cameras ready first time, you'll have your cameras ready second time. Used in Afghanistan by many of the aircraft captains to stop the aircraft in a very small space. Usually during medical evacuations, when it's a late spot on troops and to avoid gunfire, you need to keep the speed up and then stop the aircraft around a point. The nose down, 270. The ramp is down and Sergeant Andy Colwell's on the ramp. He's got his big orange hands. Ladies and gentlemen, give Andy a big wave today. This sideward movement is a great opportunity to show how helicopters can move in all directions. As the aircraft passes you, you'll notice it has 3 hooks on the centre. The middle hook is actually stored for this exercise. The centre hook can actually take about 10.5 metric tons, which is a large tank. We can carry up to 3 loads and a cabin full of troops during our movements in Afghanistan and other areas of operation. The aircraft can carry a max of 24.5 tons. At the moment, it's only about 13.5 correction, which allows Charlie to show its great manoeuvrability. As Charlie stops, the ramp's going up, and he's going to demonstrate what we call the Gorny climb. This was named after Bosnian Air Base, where the Chinook used to demonstrate its excess of power compared to other helicopters by climbing directly, twisting in the climb. Once he gets to the top of this Gorny, he's going to stick the nose down, point it at the ground, and spiral in a descent. As Charlie runs from right to left, he's now going to carry out what we call the seesaw. This is similar to a manoeuvre in a fixed-wing aircraft and essentially just pedal turns. Charlie's now going to run out to crowd left. He's going to carry out a nose over 180 to come in for a running landing. Due to the Chinook being a tandem rotor aircraft, it can actually land similar to a fixed wing, running on approximately 60 to 70 knots on both the aft wheels. To slow it down, Charlie just has to pull back on the stick and essentially keep the aircraft slowing down. See Andy's waving out the window, give him a big wave. With the Chinook, what goes forward can come backwards. Occasionally when we're parked in tight airports, we can lift the nose up and move backwards to get out of a tight space. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a bow from the team. This has been the 2014 Chinook display team. Charlie's now going to reposition as he bows over the shoulder. Unfortunately, we're not shutting down here today, but I hope Charlie comes back in to pick me up, otherwise it's a long walk to the next air show. Have a great day, Dunsfold. This is 2014 Chinook display team.
Thank you very much. That was absolutely excellent as ever. Always one of my favourite displays. Elephant ballet, isn't it, Mr. O'Brien?
It is indeed. Wonderful stuff.